guys, my name is Jess and today we're going to get started on all fours. So remembering our breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, keeping your core and pelvic floor switched on from here around 20 to 30%. So let's start by placing our hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, knees are hip width apart. Keep your gaze at the top of your mat or your fingertips. Back is nice and straight from here. We're gonna go right into a knee lift to warm up the abdominals, get everything going. So let's curl the toes under and just hover the knees on the exhale. And hold it here. Keep pressing through the hands and keep breathing. Stay lifted, not too high, just a small lift here. Keep the core tight. Cinched inwards like you're zipping it up. We're almost there. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Well done, guys. All right, keeping the hands under the shoulders, keeping the knees under the hips. From here, we're gonna go into opposite arm and leg extensions with a little lateral kick out to the sides. When you do this, just make sure you're keeping your head centered and you're not turning your neck side to side. So starting with the left arm and the right leg, we bring it up in line with the body, making sure we're keeping our hips centered. We're not tilting to the side here. Core is staying nice and tight. Once we're here, we're making sure the arm and leg aren't any higher than our bodies. We don't want to arch our spine. We're going to take the arm and leg out to the side, back to center, and back to start, and then go over to the other side. And we're just going to keep alternating with that. So exhale to extend. Inhale at the top. Exhale, kick out. Inhale back to center. Exhale, bring the arm and leg back down. Keep going. You can do it and take your time. Slow and controlled movements here. Let's do one more on each side. Well done. Let's go into a child's pose here to stretch off. Just taking a few deep breaths. Well done. All right, we're getting into a little bit of glute work here. So we're gonna come down onto our forearms. So bringing your forearms down with the elbows under the shoulders. You're gonna back the knees up slightly past the hips, keeping your back nice and flat. So making sure you're not arching the spine here, tucking your pelvis under slightly and keeping your gaze at your hands. We're gonna start by first extending our right leg long. We wanna keep our hips centered here. We don't wanna be twisting to the side. So from here, we're just gonna go into a classical pulse. So tap your feet to the floor and then bring your leg up in line with your body, making sure you're not moving your torso at all here when you kick up. Keep your core engaged and let's keep going with that. Keep breathing. Okay, let's hold it at the top. So hold your leg out long. You're gonna flex your foot, a nice flat foot. Kick it in towards your glutes, your bottom. Kick it. Once you're at the kick, you point your toes to kick back out. Flex your foot, kick in, point your toes, kick out. Let's keep going with that. It's a little leg curl getting into the glute and hamstring. Almost there. Three more. 2. Last one. Bring the leg down. Let's go into a little child's pose before we do the other side. Just to stretch off the glutes here. Few deep breaths. And then we bring ourselves back to our forearms. Backing those knees up again past the hips slightly, keeping your back flat. So you might need to tilt your pelvis inward slightly here. I know I do. Making sure we keep breathing and keep your gaze at your hands. Let's extend the left leg long, going into those pulses first, keeping your hips centered. Let's go up and down in line with the body. Let's hold it at the top. Flex your foot, kick in, point your toes, kick out. Keep going. Keep breathing. Five more. Last one. Bring it down and go into another child's pose just to release off here. A few deep breaths. Well done, guys. Okay, coming down to our belly and we're going into our plank. So we're getting our elbows tucked underneath the shoulders to lift the chest off the mat. Gaze is at your fingertips, feet are hip width apart. Remembering here, you can stop at the knees if that's enough for you, or you can go into your full plank, and if it gets too much, just drop back down to the knees instead of coming all the way down. So let's start by lifting the belly up and in. Now the hips, now the thighs. So this one you can stay here or you curl those toes, full plank. Keep breathing, stay focused. It's normal if you shake. I'm shaking a little bit right now. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all down. Well done, guys. Let's go into a mini cobra from here just to stretch off those abs. If you have any back problems, back pain, I suggest doing it from the forearms. So just keeping your forearms here, pressing your head up to the ceiling, and keeping your hips on the mat. If you want, you could take the hands and press up. Just be careful here. So the further your hands are away from you, the easier it is, and the closer they are, the deeper the stretch. So just be mindful, take your shoulders away from the ears, press those hips down into the mat, and press your head up to the ceiling to stretch off the abs here. Breathing into it. And then carefully coming out and going over to our right side. So we're gonna prop our head up into our hand. Although we're resting here in the upper body, you wanna keep those abs engaged at 20 to 30%. Same for your pelvic floor. Getting into some more glutes from here. Now we're hitting more the side glute and the hip, whereas before we hit more the center and the back. So let's keep our bottom leg bent and extend our top leg straight in line with your body. Keeping your leg extended and long. We're gonna lift it up and down just for a pulse from here. So coming up and down, not too high, you don't wanna move your spine. Keep breathing. Keep that leg lifted. Take your hand on your hips. You've got space. We're going to bring our knee in towards our chest and then extend the leg long back in line with the body. Let's keep going with that. Two more. Last one. And bring it down. You can hug the knee into your chest. Give your bum a little tap if you need to. Release the tension here. And then we're coming over to our backs from here with our knees bent. So knees are bent, feet and knees are hip width apart. Arms are by our sides. We're gonna go into a single leg stretch first. So we're gonna bring our right knee in towards the chest with our hands on our right shin. Extending our left leg long, hovering it in the air. Option to keep the head on the mat, or you can lift the head and shoulders, which makes it a little bit harder. So you wanna bring that knee into the chest and extend the left leg away from you on your inhale. Exhale, you switch. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, switch. Keep going with that. Really using the inhale to pull the knee in. Exhale to switch. Let's do one more on each side. Last one. Now bring both knees in, rest your head for a moment. Roll side to side. Few deep breaths here, and we're going right into a double leg stretch. So I love to do that little combo, the single to the double. The double's a little bit harder, so we're gonna take the hands on each shin, keep the knees and feet together throughout. So imagine your feet are tied together with rope. Once again, you have the option to keep your head down on the mat, or we lift the head and shoulders up. Lifting the head and shoulders will be a little bit harder. No matter which way you're doing it, you wanna lift the tailbone up off the mat when you bring those knees in. On your exhale, you're gonna extend the arms and legs long. Inhale, you circle the arms round to bring the knees back in. If you can't extend your legs straight, feel free to keep them slightly bent like that, okay? And in time, you'll work to straighten them. Also, the lower you straighten the legs, the harder it is. So if you feel like your back is arching away from the mat, just extend the legs a little higher up. You want to keep your spine imprinted on the extension here. So keep driving the ribs down to the hip for that rib to hip connection. So let's keep going with that. Almost there. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And bring the knees in. Roll side to side. Placing the feet back down from here. Well done, guys. All right. Coming into a beautiful shoulder bridge now. We're just going to do the basic one and then I'll add on. So let's bring our feet nice and close towards us. You can have your feet and knees hip width apart or slightly closer together, about 2 fists. Just making sure the feet aren't too far away from you so you can get a nice bridge without cramping in your hamstring, but you might still get a cramp. Cramps are very common in Pilates. So let's keep our arms by our sides. From here, we shift the hips up, tilt the hips up to the ceiling, and then imagine your spine is like Velcro as you peel away from the mat, vertebra by vertebra, really articulating your spine here until you get to the shoulder blades. Bring the arms overhead. Take a big inhale at the top. Exhale, bring your arms down as you slowly roll yourself down, vertebra by vertebra, using the deep core muscles to roll yourself up and down. At the top of your bridge, make sure your rib cage isn't flaring. You want to have a nice flat rib cage at the top. Let's keep going with that. Keeping the knees at the same distance throughout, not letting them open up at the top. Okay, on this next one, we want to stay lifted in our bridge. You have the option here to keep the arms by your sides, which is a little bit easier, or you bring the arms overhead, which will be a little bit harder because you're taking away some stability. We're going to go into our tabletop marches, staying lifted in your bridge. You're bringing one leg at a time into tabletop. Keeping your hips stable at the top, not shifting side to side. We're using our pelvic floor and deep core from here. Let's keep going with this. Keep breathing. Slow and controlled. We're almost there. I want you to place both feet back down, but keep yourself in your bridge. Let's just finish off with this one with calf raises. So staying in the bridge, coming up and down on your tippy toes. You can do it. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You could bring yourself back down, vertebra by vertebra, and hug the knees into your chest here. Roll side to side, and just take a few deep breaths. Well done. Let's come over to our left side now. Repeat what we did on the right. So coming down to your side, propping your head up into your hand. Keeping your bottom leg bent and extending the top leg straight in line with the body. Making sure you're keeping your core and pelvic floor switched on here, around 20 to 30%. Let's go into those pulses first. Just coming up and down with that top leg, keeping it lengthened. Keep breathing. All right, let's keep that leg lifted. Take your hand on your hip so you've got space, bringing your knee to chest, and extend the leg away from you. Keep going. Three more. 3, 2, last one, and 1. You could bring your legs down, hug the knees into your chest. Give yourself a few deep breaths here. Well done, guys. Coming onto your back again, let's just stretch off from here. Taking your right leg to the ceiling, hands behind that leg, bring it towards you. If you want to get into your calf, you can flex your foot, a nice flat foot. Just breathing into it. You can bring it in a little more as you warm into it. Being mindful not to overstretch. Bring it in a little more. Good, let's cross the right foot over the left knee and then bring the left leg up, glute stretch. Take your hands behind your left thigh and you can bring it towards you even further. Breathing into it. Bring it in a little more. Good, place it down. Let's do the other side. Left leg to the ceiling, hands behind, bring it in. Flex your foot to get into that calf. As we warm into it, inch it closer towards you. Bring it in a little more. And a little bit more. Okay, you can cross your left foot over the right knee. Bring that right leg up towards you. Take your hand behind your right thigh to bring it in even further. Couple deep breaths here, feeling that release in the glute and the hip. And then you can place both feet down and come back up. You are finished for today, guys. Well done. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.